Oh my god, it's 2000. Everyone, settle down. This is a big day for all of us. I want to thank you all for letting me be here, standing in front of you all today and saying this speech. And with the new Scratch Island president, comes a troublemaker-free country for everyone. I will sign new policies and laws that will prevent us from ever having to deal with troublemakers again. And with such, I am working on a project to cure troublemakers. Our scientists' leading causes for troublemakers is a mental illness, probably OCD or some other sort. So we are officially building a mental health facility for troublemakers. I really do hope that we can fix this country and make both troublemakers and scratchers happy.
Mr. President, I am a representative from the New Progressive Party. Your plan for building a facility was already attempted in 1965, but it failed horribly. Experts including grounding college professors have already concluded this method is obsolete.
Oh really? Did you fund the experts to say that?
First of all, no. Also, we do not appreciate your attitude. You sound as if you don't want to listen to us.
That's not what I meant. You didn't even let me finish what I was saying. Of course I am aware of what you told me. But this time I have ensured the process will remain humane. See, this is why I don't like talking with the left. Always interrupting and trying to accuse everything I'm doing as ineffective.
You really need to work on your cooperation. How will you run the country like this?
I can trust my own judgment, alright? I need to go now. That facility isn't going to build itself.
Steve, I think it's time to get back to work. You literally haven't changed anything significant since you took office, and you still haven't built the facility you promised.
Steve, your supporters are asking you when are you going to implement the policies you promised? You haven't changed anything since you were elected.
I've been extremely busy. I just need more time. You know how hard the left makes things for me.
You can't be saying you're that busy after you spent an entire month on this golf resort. 5 of the 6 parties are already calling for you to either take action or resign, and you can't blame everyone else for your laziness.
So hello everyone. Thank you all for, joining me here today. So I know that I have not been working up to my expectations recently. But I really am trying. I swear. Listen, I know the Troublemaker Center isn't complete, but the left doesn't agree with me. Where? I am a member of the New Progressives, and we have tried contacting you many times. But you refused to cooperate with us and you said we were stupid, and the place where the Troublemaker complex is supposed to be is still empty. I don't see a single metal beam or drop of cement in that field.
I have some other things to say on the matter. I am a member of the Constitutional Party. When the NPP tried to contact us, Steve Parker over here was busy playing golf with his friends and drinking beer. And every time I notified him on the meetings, he told me to send him away. This man is clearly not fit to be president. In fact, I believe he got himself elected purely for the luxuries that come with the. We need to boot him out immediately.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Everyone shut up. We don't have enough funds for the project. That's exactly why I put it on halt. Scratch Island has had very high taxes for a long time. So you can't be saying we have no funds for the project. Listen, I still believe you have a lot of potential. But if you don't actually do your job as a politician, we will hold a vote of no confidence and call an election. The Constitutional Party, the centrists, the Greens, the NPP, and the Party of Reform all call for this. Even some members of the SIC are pushing for a new leader. Ryan Clive is already running in the next election. I don't think you can win against someone who is gaining as much support as he is now if you keep doing this. No. You can't do this. I'm a good president. I swear.
Too late. The SIC has just voted you out. By next Monday, you need to have all your belongings out from the office. Another election will take place. You can run for the position again, but you probably wouldn't get enough votes.
This meeting is adjourned. All officials, please leave the room immediately. We will make sure that Mr. Steve here will be out by Monday. Hello everyone. Thank you all for voting me as your president. I will make sure that the Troublemaker complex that Steve has promised will be actually built. In fact, I have just signed a form that officially starts the construction of the complex. The construction will be finished by next year, so yeah, I need to implement new policies as the new president. Let's see. I could make a hotline for reporting troublemakers. Man, I hate troublemakers so much. You know what? Why don't I just turn the complex into a prison? Those pesky little troublemakers deserve it. Oh, and I can find one of the members of that grounding gang and see if I can get them to regroup. Guards. Yes, Mr. Clive? I need you to go and get a hold of the contacts of any of the members of the grounding gang. Now go and tell the rest of the guards. Clive, yes, we have managed to get a hold of 2 of the grounding gang members. If you wish, you can speak to them now. Bring them in. Yes, sir.
Hello there, Mr. President. I must say, it is an honor to meet you. But, why do you need to contact us specifically?
First, I must thank you for your selfless work during your time in the grounding gang. You were honestly such an inspiration to me. I wish I was half the man you were. With that said, I was wondering if you were interested in regrouping. I'm not sure why you decided to disband. Of course, I will start a government-sponsored show and I will set you guys up for life.
We're sorry, but we can't. We disbanded for our own personal reason and that era of our lives is over now. Even if we agreed, we'd need everyone else to agree. But we know they won't. And having to constantly ground like that would be very stressful and dangerous.
What? You're not even going to consider? But think of the benefits. Please, at least just contact the rest of the former members so I can talk with them.
We're sorry, but we literally can't. Even if we wanted to, we literally don't know where they are. And besides, we don't want to talk to them. We think they are already out of the country by now. We voted centrist in the last election, so, again, we can't do this. I'm sure you can find someone else. Bye.
Great. Now who am I going to get to film my far-right propaganda show for me? I'll just find some random college students or something. I'm sure there are more like them elsewhere anyway. Hey, would you be interested in participating in our state-sponsored grounding show? I'll pay off all your student loans if you help us with this. All I need you to do is go find a troublemaker and kidnap them, like the grounding gang used to do.
Sorry, but we are really not interested. We don't think we can do this. It sounds very dangerous. And besides, we don't really have much student loans. We could pay them off in at least a year. Your offer may be convenient for us, but we would rather work to pay off our loans than abuse troublemakers. Thank you for your time, Mr. President, but we have to decline your offer. This could put us in danger. I literally started classes 2 months ago. I don't even have enough experience.
Oh my freaking gosh, I've gotten like 30 officials trying to recruit students, and we only got 20 people to accept. I need to make laws quickly. They need to be super anti-troublemaker. I've already made the complex a literal prison, but I need something else. That's IT. I'm going to steal some technology from the ancient Amogus, and even better, I will make a device that will brainwash troublemakers to make them behave perfectly. I need to get rid of these troublemakers. I have to. Oh. Well, hello there. You are the government officials, yes? What seems to be the problem? I was about to go implement a new policy that allowed people freedom to do anything they wanted to troublemakers. The law even states that if you kill a troublemaker, it can be classified as self-defense, so they won't be charged. Isn't that great?
Mr. President, we have officially deemed you unfit to be president. Again, 5 out of the 6 parties are calling for you to resign. You can either do it now, or you could wait for the NPP to vote. You have made the troublemaker complex an abusive prison, created laws that bordered on abuse, and tried bribing the grounding gang to regroup and bribing other college students to make. When you got elected, you never said anything about abusing troublemakers. You have lied to government officials, and because you have also made laws that we have not agreed with, we have no choice but to vote you out. Yeah. And even worse. You honored the death of this guy. Not only does he look like an edgy character a 6-year-old would make, but he killed like 20 students in your troublemaker complex, and the living conditions they were in were so bad. One guy was stuck there for 18 years. He was literally there until he was 32. And you honor his death. People should be spitting on his grave and disrespecting him, not respecting him. What kind of a president are you? glorifying maniacal killers. You are clearly not fit to be president of this country either. Mr. Clive, you shall come to the Parliament tomorrow for our hearing. All 6 parties will discuss whether you are truly fit for TH.
So you'd rather have a president that does nothing at all, huh? I knew the left was conspiring against me. I spent my whole life fighting troublemakers, and this is how the people repay me. Before we begin this vote, I would like to dedicate this meeting in honor of the founder of the East Scratch City Military Academy. He was a very good friend and a huge inspiration to me. He never stopped dedicating even a second of his life to cleansing our society of the filth that still persists today. I sincerely hope with all of my heart that the people of Scratch Island will take up his mission with the same dedication. Unfortunately, he was unjustly arrested and killed by leftist terrorists. Now that I've said all that, I don't want to waste time, so hurry up and decide already.
Are you serious? Already defending that lunatic? That man was a monster. If everyone copied his ways, we'd all die. And he wasn't arrested by terrorists. He was arrested by police because he broke the law. We cannot keep a president that blatantly lies, spreads conspiracy theories, and defends criminals. The 2010 election is coming very soon. Who here thinks Ryan is unfit to lead? 10 hours later.
468 out of 500 MPs have voted. The PR, NPP, and SIC agree to call an early election. The vote for President Ryan Clive to resign on the day of the election and not to run again is 391 to 77. The Parliament has decided Ryan Clive must resign before on March 12, 2010.
Fine. If that's how you want to decide, then fine. But I am telling you, if we keep letting these troublemakers get out, the country will soon perish and become a crime hub. Scratch Island will be complete anarchy. I'm telling you, by 2020 the entire country will not survive.
Hello. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for electing me. Never in a million years would I think I would get the chance to run for president, let alone be elected as one. To start, I will undo everything that both Ryan Clive and Steve Parker have done. The Troublemaker Complex will finally be functional as a mental health facility. As an advocate for mental health, I believe therapy and friendship is the best way to make troublemakers happy. So really, this time both scratchers and troublemakers can live happily and in peace and harmony. The Troublemaker Complex is a prison no more. We shall stand for equality of both troublemakers and scratchers. Whoa, everyone settle down. This is my first day of being president, and I know we are all excited for the future, but I must go now. I need to use all the taxes you all have paid to make this country a better place. So thank you, but this is it. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at ending speeches. No. I hate you guys so much. I am not going to Walmart. GGGRRRRR.
Luna, do not say those things to your dad. You are 15 years old, but you act like you are 3. Me and your mom did not raise you to be like this. We raised you to be a kind and beautiful woman. Not insult your father. You know what? You're grounded for 2 weeks.
You two, the dad and uncle. Put your hands up in the air and do as I say. The other officers are in the van. Do not try anything.
Okay, sir. But why are we being arrested? We did not do anything, I swear. We have a right to request our reason for our arrest.
Shut up. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. If you do not comply, we will add additional charges. And you, the kid. You stay here. Your parents are the only ones in trouble. You two will be fined $1,000 for grounding your daughter. Come with me.
What? We have a constitutional right to ground troublemakers. And we also have the right to a lawyer. You're not a real official. Grounding shouldn't be illegal.
You know what? If you're going to be cocky about it, I'll give you another $1,000 fine every minute you resist. Direct government orders under Article 23, Section 6. Under this article, troublemakers have a right to refuse grounding and can claim mental and physical assault. and can choose the punishment for violators of their basic rights. This is a direct presidential order issued by Violet to compensate troublemakers for the harm that racists, homophobes, misogynists, colonialists, and fascists like you people have inflicted on these innocent children. Now if you wish, kid, you can come along with us and choose the punishment for your abusive family.
Just you wait. I'm going to ground you. How do you feel now? This is the best day ever. President Violet is an angel of God. Officer, let's go.
Are you serious? Did you call the police on your own family? You are no nephew of mine. I hope you're proud of yourself, you little punk. Wait, that's Ryan Clive. Maybe he still has some power to help us. Ryan. We are being wrongfully arrested for grounding. Help us.
This country is going to die maybe within a few years only. I was right. I knew I was right this whole time. Hey you little garbage punk, let go of this innocent family. And to you troublemaker. You're killing our great nation. I knew President Violet was a leftist terrorist. I should have implemented a social cleansing. Grounding shouldn't be a crime. Ryan, you are under arrest too. You are under arrest for hate speech and will also be charged for hate crimes, meaning you will be imprisoned. Now come with your fellow fascists. What? No, I am innocent. I was merely stating the truth. President Violet is killing the nation under the veil of tolerance and progressivism. So truth is hate speech now, huh? You're just saying that to silence anyone with the wrong political opinion. Facts don't care about your feelings.
God, I love living in Scratch Island with very low bills to deal with. Even though I have to pay high taxes, I don't have to pay for a lot of things, so it's worth it. I'm gonna get this over with so I can attempt beating Terraria for the 67th time. Wait, what's this? $6,900 in taxes? This is ridiculous. It's usually $1,500. What on earth? How did it quadruple? This is insane. I need to speak with the tax agency this instant.
Hi, this is the Scratch Island Tax Agency. How may I help you today?
Hi, so I recently checked my tax paperwork here, and it says that my taxes are $6,900 instead of the usual $1,500. Care to explain? Because I've always paid my taxes on time and have never skipped, evaded or refused to pay them. This massive number just came out of nowhere. Like, you guys know we don't have infinite money, right? I'd like you to explain what I did to make me have to pay these taxes. Is it a mix-up?
Nope. It says here under the Act of Article 22 Section 6 of the Scratch Island Law Book, every time you ground a troublemaker, you get fined $100, up to $500 or $1,000 depending if you used soft grounding or ground wrestling. And from the government private investigators, you have grounded your nephew at least 50 times, and ground wrestled him about 19 times. Which means in total, your tax amounts to $6,973. This is a new policy implemented by President Violet. Don't get angry at me. Find a way to contact her and complain to her. Regardless of whether you have reasons to ground, you must pay the full amount either way.
What? That's ridiculous. You don't understand. My nephew tried to play with the stove on Thanksgiving and almost set the house on fire. And now I'm getting fined for saving my mom's house and potentially my family members' lives too? I want to speak to a government official now. I was never ever mailed a notice about this new law.
Okay then. Here's the phone number to the government officials responsible for taxes. Honestly, I feel bad for you, but this is my job and I gotta make you pay up anyways. If you want, you can at least get an explanation.
10,000 hours of on-hold music later. Hello? Is this the Scratch Island Tax Agency? I am now being taxed $7,000 by mistake. I talked with an agent and they referred me here. And apparently I am being taxed for grounding? What the heck? There is no mistake. You have been taxed correctly in accordance with the law. You probably shouldn't have grounded then. Then why wasn't I notified of this sooner? You would have saved me a lot of trouble if you just told me beforehand. You know that this is a large chunk of my savings. I want to dispute this claim on the grounds that I had no knowledge of this tax. I'm sorry. It was a direct presidential order. She specifically told us not to notify people. Your dispute won't be accepted. You will have to pay the full amount or face tax evasion charges. Are you serious right now? I'm not paying all that. What kind of absurd law is this? I'd rather live somewhere else then. Wait, how did you know how many times I grounded my nephew? I never entered that on my tax form. We are a very big government. We know more about you than you know about yourself. So you've been spying on me, huh? I'm suing you guys for unlawful taxation, failure to notify me of the excess tax, and violation of privacy. What kind of tax even is this? I can't believe I have to break the news to my family. Now I have to go tell my cousin I can't contribute for her wedding. And now I have to get a lawyer, which will end up costing $7,000 anyway. I'd rather do that than let Violet steal my money though.
Hello citizens of Scratch Island. I'm here today regarding the new grounding tax I have implemented. To start, I want to state how it works. When you get your taxes, you will be fined extra for grounding troublemakers. The tax forms have been updated to include how many times you grounded in the previous tax year. But since the fascist grounders will most likely be dishonest in reporting, we will interview any troublemakers close to you and ask them for the true grounding count. This ensures that all the times you have grounded are amounted and counted fully for your eventual tax amount, and the tax will be used to compensate troublemakers for the harm done to them by grounding. Of course, would you rather have this or let the fascist racists run freely grounding everyone in sight?
Hello, I am reporting for the Scratch Island conservatives. If a troublemaker lies about how many times they were grounded, they could extort money from their family. How would you solve that if that happened?
You aren't a reputable reporter. Your statements are extremely troublemaker-phobic. They would never lie. Your assumption that they would lie means you are secretly biased and bigoted.
What's wrong with you? I bring up a valid point, and now I am cancelled. So much for free speech and debate, huh?
I am a huge supporter of free speech, not hate speech.
Hate speech just means whatever you want it to for your own agenda. Hey, where are you dragging me? Help.
So this is how we prevent abuse from grounding again. I apologize for the lack of transparency about this tax. So I will be refunding the grounding tax to those who were not notified. And I also apologize for my use of investigators. I rushed this law into effect because there are still a lot of Ryan's racists running around and I had to punish them. So I hope you will trust me again. And eventually, we will be aiming for a full net zero grounding goal by 2020. The truth is that grounding culture is not compatible with a progressive modern society. It is extremely bigoted and outdated and was invented by Amoga supremacists to oppress the people. So in the name of tolerance and compassion, we hope you will learn to see past this limiting mindset. Thank you for your time. Hey, don't boo me. I am being a good president.
Violet, you have created new taxes and policies biased towards troublemakers without notifying the public. This is a violation of Article 7, Section 3. Every time you make a new policy or law, you must announce it to the public. Did you read the law book at all? Or is it that you can't read at all? The government will now begin the voting process to call yet another emergency election. Melanie Stewart is leading in the polls, so if you have to call an election, you will lose. 5 hours later.
All the votes are in. Wait, 249 to 251? That means Violet must stay in position. Well, in the end it's the government's decision. Hello everyone, I'm running again for the 2015 election. I have been president for 5 years, but I've just been so stressed, so I thought that the best way to cope was to try and have an authoritative figure to make myself stay. I'm so sorry for all the families I have ruined from the grounding tax for taxing people out of their life savings. It was wrong of me to do this without anyone's knowledge. I don't want forgiveness or remorse, I just want to put this out. I'm so sorry for all the damage I have caused. I promise I will be better as a person, not just a president. So I promise, I'll remove the grounding tax and change if I get re-elected.
Yeah. The grounding tax is finally lifted. I'm gonna go and tell my entire family. And we are gonna give little Timmy the greatest grounding ever.
Hello everyone. As promised, 2 months ago I removed the grounding tax before the election began. And now, I have been re-elected as the Scratch Island president. Thank you all so much. This really means the world to me. So thank you all so much for electing me again. I will promise to be a better president from now on. No more grounding tax and reopen troublemaker complex. I will start right now. I will reopen the troublemaker complex tomorrow. Thank you everyone for letting this happen. My therapist has helped me realize how horrible the laws I made really were.
God, I love living in Scratch Island with very low bills to deal with. Even though I have to pay high taxes, I don't have to pay for a lot of things, so it's worth it. I'm gonna get this over with so I can attempt beating Terraria for the 112th time. Wait, what's this? $128,000 in taxes? This is ridiculous. It's usually $1,500. What on earth? How did it get this high? This is insane. I need to speak with the tax agency this instant. You there? I need to have a word with you about these insanely high taxes. The grounding tax is not in effect and this is all my life savings. I am going to be homeless after this. Wait, I'm not really sure either. Let me check my tax forms. Just give me your ID. Ah. That was kinda aggressive. Anyways, let me check your tax documents here. Let me see. Tax amounts. So here's the usual taxes, but that's really strange. Why did 128,000 get added? Oh. My. God. Sir, you will not believe this. The grounding tax was re-implemented. From these documents, over $389 million has been taxed now, stolen from the public. What kind of president is this? Violet didn't even tell the tax agency, for God's sake. Even I didn't know of this tax. For all we know, the economy could collapse entirely. This is not stable enough. This is a scam. She just scammed everyone out of their money. What on earth? That's just IT. I want to start a freaking revolution. This will tell them how angry we really are. I will not stand for this. This is the second time I have been taxed of everything. I've just had enough of this stupid, freaking, brain-dead president. This is outrageous. You hid the grounding tax from U.S. and fooled U.S. into grounding so much. And then, you taxed U.S. all when you brought back the tax and now you're all broke. And all of that money is funding your corrupt party members and going to troublemakers. Pay U.S. back. Pay U.S. back. Pay U.S. back. We won't stand for your tyranny. You should be afraid of the people's will.
Yeah, whatever he said. This is why you should have voted for him. I am literally the farthest from having predicted this. Violet, I hope you are proud of yourself, you dictator. You're doing a really good job of running this country.
Everyone settle down. I don't have time for this. I have a huge announcement to make.
Is it that you will refund all of our money back?
Heck no. I'm not doing that if you all behave like fascists. What I wanted to say was, we have a new flag for Scratch Island. I believe that I've done amazing as a president. I'm the greatest president that Scratch Island has ever seen. I deserve a round of applause for my amazing efforts.
Shut up. Nobody is going to applaud you except from those communist troublemakers that you have enabled. We miss when Steve Parker was president. He didn't do anything good or bad. But at least he didn't cause nationwide chaos and a financial crash. We elected the wrong person. This fascist woman is destroying our society. I demand that we hold another emergency election to elect Melanie instead.
Shut up. Melanie is so evil. I am truly the best person in the world. I, Queen Violet, are the greatest ever. You shall acknowledge me as your superior. This country is already on its way to being named Violet's Island, after my amazing grace.
Oh my God, you have truly gone insane. No president can be this narcissistic. We need to get Melanie elected ASAP. Get her out.
Shut up. Do not boot me out. I'll have all of you locked up for hate speech.
Violet. Why on earth would you do this? Now the economy is completely cooked. Did you see the riots last week? They were throwing bottles on fire, for God's sake. Fire. Someone could have been seriously hurt from that. And you know why these riots happen? Because of you and your grounding tax. You jump-scared everyone on tax day, and now they are forced to pay even if they get jailed for tax evasion. You stole millions from the citizens because you lured them into a trap. You made them believe that they could freely ground. So you trapped them into grounding so much that now they can't even afford rent anymore. We are booting you out now. Everyone, submit your votes. Violet must be voted out. 30 minutes later.
Oh. No. It's 249 to 251. That means that Violet must stay. This can't be. It must be a reverse number. No. Wow, I narrowly avoided being booted out. You know what? I'm gonna give all of this money from those fascists to the troublemakers. I'm going to gain a massive following like a bunch of puppies looking for treats. And by 2020, the country will be mine.
Lieutenant Cyan, I have this hunch. It's just, there's something deeply wrong with Violet. I'm not sure, but I think she may be the host of the imposter demon. Look at what she's doing. The economy is absolutely decimated and now the people are rioting daily. And she's building a brainwashed following of troublemakers to do her every bidding. We need to boot her out ASAP, but it may find a new host soon. This is why we cannot tell her about the USS Picconin. Absolutely. Under any circumstances we must not tell Violet about the USS Picconin. I do also think that she is the host of the imposter demon. If she finds out about it, the demon would be fully prepared and would order us to take down the Picconin.
Tax all the grounders. Troublemakers. Throw everything you have at the evil rioters. Troublemakers rule. Violet is the best president ever. Death to Ryan Clive.
Hey, it's you little punk. Do not say that to me. I am way better than Violet. You better run before I tear your head off, you little rat.
General Lyon, you are the head of the military, no? Go out and send the military to deal with the grounders. Do not under any circumstances harm the troublemakers. Go out there right now.
Absolutely not. The military was designed to protect the citizens, not harm them. I know you're the president and all, but under zero circumstances must we harm the country's citizens at all. In fact, I'm telling you no general will accept your request. Go ahead and try, I dare you.
Troublemakers. Throw everything you have at the evil grounders. I will send forth a new police force full of troublemakers against the grounders. Grounders, this is your final warning. Leave this street now and stop grounding forever or be hit by the police. Breaking news. Several videos are surfacing online of mass riots in Scratch City. The clip shows many things being thrown between two crowds of riots, one with anti-Violet signs, and another seemingly pro-troublemaker. From the description of the clip, it seems apparently there was a rift between Scratch City citizens and troublemakers. They settled outside the parliament and began throwing rotten food and objects at each other. Here is a picture of the aftermath of the riots. It is not very high quality, but you can see the various objects being thrown around. According to witnesses and those who were at the scene, some people were throwing things that were on fire. These objects could not be identified, but one person got seriously sick after a piece of rotten food was thrown into their eye. Their eye was infected shortly after. Over 584 people involved in the riots were hospitalized, and 13 died in the event.
We need to get Melanie elected immediately. We do not care about some stupid government vote. This witch needs to go now. We will host an emergency election next week. Stop. I am Violet's brother. Do not hold an emergency election. I'm not done collecting all of the money from the grounding tax, I mean. Ha, did I say taking money from the tax? Of course not. I meant, I can stop the riots peacefully. An emergency election is unnecessary.
I want to arrest the people in charge building the Sky Piercer immediately. The Sky Piercer is now under control by troublemakers, and I have a feeling that they are super anti-troublemaker. I freaking hate anti-troublemakers.
Okay, Lieutenant Cyan, I need you to keep the helicopter in the air. I'm going to ask you to lower the helicopter to the apartment. Deploy the stretchers and ropes. Cyan, you need to keep the helicopter away from danger. The troublemakers are throwing rocks at us. These people are so uncivilized. Back in my day, nobody threw rocks at helicopters for rescuing people. Let's get the Sky Scratcher engineers out of here and run.
Hello citizens of Scratch Island. I'm here announcing some new things. First of all, the election has been delayed to after 2020. I need to go back inside. Chuck, I know that you are extremely troublemaker phobic, but I need you to go out and deal with the grounders. They are rioting non-stop. The hospital kept me there for several days after they threw rocks at me. So go out there with your SWAT team and show them who they're messing with.
Absolutely not. I will not stand up for troublemakers. They are a disgrace to our society. I would rather join the grounders. You're lucky I won't attack you right now. If you try and fire me from my position, you can't. General Lime is also a government official. His position is higher than your authority. I am not going to risk the lives of my SWAT team members for your convenience. If you think it's that easy for us, go out there and fight the mob yourself.
Fine then. So you would rather live in a country full of fascist, colonialist, misogynist, homophobic and racists? I don't need you and your stupid ideologies. Don't come into my office again. Breaking news. Scratch Island is in chaos. People are rioting hoping to grab President Violet's attention and remove the grounding tax. Travel websites advise tourists to avoid traveling Scratch Island. Time will tell if the country will ever return to its peaceful and kind state it once was.
Violet's completely insane. Last Sunday, I heard her on the phone with someone. She was laughing and grinning, talking about how she would replace all the government officials with troublemakers. And she said that she would take over Scratch Island. I can't believe this. She's trying to systematically destroy our beautiful country. We need to get her out immediately. I know, right? I just won't stand for this. I've been thinking of storming the parliament with our soldiers and forcing her to resign. Lieutenant Cyan, do you agree to storm the parliament? I also agree. And I have a plan. Okay, so we enter the building armed with the other soldiers. Then we hijack the armory. There will be some guards there who will help us. If they don't, hold them at gunpoint. The main hallway leads to the presidential office. Unfortunately, it is protected by a password changed every week by Violet. We need to enter the break room. The guards there are elite and will know the password. Then we can enter the office and overthrow Violet. Lieutenant Cyan, I need you to get everything ready for the invasion. Chuck, I need you to recruit all your SWAT team units and soldiers to help us. I will improve the plan and prepare everyone with Cyan's weapons, and retrieve armor. Alright soldiers, listen up, because I won't repeat this again. What are we here for? To fight for our rights. We deserve to practice our culture. We deserve to express ourselves. And there is no better way to fix this decade-long mistake run by Violet. We will show them what the people can do. Starting from today, there will be no more grounding tax. No more unreasonable arrests. No more anarchy. This ends now. Let's go. The armory is right ahead. Let's hurry. You there? Tell me everything you know. WHO knows the password to the presidential office? Please don't hurt me, I am just a guard. You want to know who knows the password? I think it's the aqua-colored nano guy. I've seen him enter the office and touch the keypad. I know it's him. Just don't hurt me. Alright then. Let's search the premises for this aqua fellow. You there? So you're the one WHO knows the password to President Violet's office. You fit the description perfectly. Give us the password or I'll blow your head off.
Okay. Here's the password. It's you suck 69,420.
Nice try, but you aren't fooling us. Give us the real password.
Okay, fine. It's 8,246. Leave me alone.
Good. Now you're coming on us. Don't even try to pull a fast one.
Man, this office is great. But anyways, I need to finalize my plan to replace all the government officials with troublemakers. I will do as the imposter demon has commanded me. I will do well to serve him. I just need to finish up the final touches.
Violet, keep your hands in the air. This is a rebellion against your tyranny. We will arrest you and remove you from your position. Come with us immediately.
No, It can't end like this. Not when I was about to finish the plan. Guards. Help me. It's too late for that. We've knocked out all the guards. And besides, we would outnumber them. Your guards are useless now. Resign or we will do it by force. Now if you could come with us peacefully, without any conflict.
What? No. I want to kill Violet right now for everything she's done. You think negotiating to a maniac like her would do anything? Absolutely not. This woman needs to die. You two shut up. Now isn't the time. We are right in front of Violet. We can overthrow her right now. There is no need for violence or negotiation. All we need to do is bring her to the prison. So let's bring her there right now.